Hi, this is Colleen. Welcome to Blank Page to Bestseller podcast. I'll be coming on here once a month to share my perspectives on anything publishing, whether it's writing, publishing, or marketing. Today, I'm going to talk about tone and voice. These are two distinctly different ideas, but they both point to the same thing. It's your way of expressing yourself in your writing. So how do you find your voice? Your voice in writing sets you apart from other writers. Your goal is to create your own voice. Your voice and your style bring life into your writing and your storytelling. So what is your voice? Your voice is the fingerprint that you leave on your writing. People start to recognize it's you who's writing the material they're reading. It's your unique style. It stays consistent. It brings out your personality, whether that's funny, serious, or professional. And you'll work on how to find your voice. Are you writing to a formal audience? Are you writing to educate someone? Or is your goal conversational? You can have the same style of writing, but when three different writers write in the same style, each piece is different because each writer's voice is unique and they all have their own perspective and their style, and it's what sets each writer apart from the other. So you're building your author brand and platform, which sets you apart, and it's a reflection of you. So how do you find your voice? Well, there's a few questions I'm going to ask you. How do you describe yourself in 3 adjectives? Are you professional but relaxed? Are you caring, intellectual? What are 3 adjectives you can use to describe yourself? What types of books do you like to read? Do you read books or blogs, articles? Do you read fiction, nonfiction? So who's your ideal reader? Is it children, fitness experts, entrepreneurs looking to scale their business, people seeking to heal from a situation, a grief that they've had, abuse they've had, or maybe it's a lighthearted story? What is it that you like to write to? Who is your audience? Another way that you can find your voice is to practice your writing. Just sit down and write. There's no editing, no critiquing yourself. Just write and write about a subject that you choose until you're finished writing about it. Then you want to go back, read it, and ask yourself, is this really how I want to sound when I write? Then ask your friends and colleagues to read it and ask their opinion. We know that that's really scary, but asking them helps you find the answers you need to really discover your voice. Take notes of the answers that they provide. It takes a lot of practice, but creating that habit will help you find your voice so people recognize it's you and they can't read to write what you've written about. So do you enjoy what you're writing? If it's an article, a blog, a book, if you're not enjoying it, then you're not writing in your voice. Do you show vulnerability when you write, or do you play it safe? If you're anxious when you turn something in or put it out to the world, ask yourself if this is your voice. If not, the next time you write about what you really believe in. Make it matter. When you answer these questions honestly and with an open mind, you're going to be able to find out and be surprised how you can find your voice when you write and how your writing style will make your writing easier and easier as you go along. Let's talk about tone next. So what is tone in writing and understanding tone in writing? So unlike voice, which is consistent, tone it is temporary. It changes depending on what you, the author, writes about. Authors can use an informal tone in one story and an introspective tone in another. Emotion and tone help define the message, whether you're writing a book, a social media post, an email, or a newsletter. And 70% of readers decide to continue reading based on the first few lines they read. So how do you discover your tone? Read, read, read. Notice how different authors use tone in their writing. It helps you connect with your readers. You want them all to feel engaged. It's the writer's attitude and approach towards the subject and the audience. So how the reader feels about their topic. Writers convey tone through word choice, sentence structure, and style. There's different types of tone you can use in writing. Some of those are formal, informal, optimistic, encouraging, friendly, and there's certainly others. Formal tone is used usually in academic or professional writing. It uses complete words, no contractions. It emphasizes facts and is grammatically correct. Informal tone is conversational and expressive. It's like speaking to a friend of yours. Optimistic conveys a sense of hope and a positive outlook. And friendly tone when you write is warm and welcoming, and it can draw trust. Tone sets the mood for the reader and influences the reader's perception. Whether it's happy or sad, incorporating different tones changes how a story feels. In writing, the tone is your attitude. It's more than the written words. Your tone reveals what you're trying to say or what you're not trying to say. Tone conveys positive, negative, and neutral emotions, and it impacts the reader's response to you. You want to match your tone with the topic you're writing about. So that's how we find and start to find our tone and voice when we write, and what the differences are and how important they are for your author brand, your platform. I used to write previously I had my own creative writing blog. I've written blogs for Our Business and lifestyle articles for magazines, few magazines. And as I've developed as a writer, I've been able to use my lighthearted humor when appropriate, but people start to know who I am because of my voice. You want to stay true to yourself in your voice. Most of the time I start to clam up when I talk in public, but when I'm not rehearsing what I'm going to say, the words flow. I've had people tell me they can tell it's coming from my heart and my soul because it's authentic and honest. Someone said to me just the other day, "Wow, you just tell it like it is." That could be bad, or that could be good, positive or negative, but I'm looking at it as being positive because I'm honest. I do tell it like it is, but I try to tell it like it is in a nice way. Anyway, that's what I have to talk to you about today. And I'll be on next month with another topic. And if you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to ask about with voice and tone, just go ahead and email us at info@theauthorsvoice.org. Have a great day.